Shriram, this is a multiplication table. Okay, see, it has 12 rows, 12 columns, 12 columns, 12 rows, and you have the tables from 1 to 12. So this you can just look at this chart and tell what is one number into another number between 1 and 12. Okay, so today we are going to look at square numbers. So square numbers means 3 into 3 is 9. So can you find one more square number for me? 3 into 3 is 9, I said. What about one more square number? 4, okay, into 4 is 4 into 4 is 16. See, there are so many square numbers in this. So I'll show you how to build one of the squares. You said 4 into 4 is 16, right? So when I make that, get that, Shriram? This is what it looks like, 4 into 4. It makes a square when you arrange it like this. 4, 4, okay, we need some more. Yeah, so we made 4 into 4, 16. See, this looks like a square. Now, we are going to learn something called near squares, which are just one unit of the square. So this is 4 into 4 equals 16. So near square is a square that is almost as big as this, as close to this, but the area is 1 unit less. So I'll show you what it looks like. So I take one row from this and add one column to this. Okay. Now it has become a square of, see, it has become a rectangle of 3 into 3 is okay. Now it has become a rectangle of 3 into 5. So 3 into 5, and it is less than the area of the square by 1. So I am going to color it on this chart, okay, and see how it looks like on this chart, on this multiplication chart. So I picked 16. I picked 16. So what did we do? We had a square 4 by 4. The area was 16. So we slightly changed it to make it a rectangle. Now the number of rows are 3 and number of columns are 5. So we have one more block left. That means the area is 15. So on the multiplication table, I picked 16, right? So 3 into 5, this is 15. You know what is fun? If I do the reverse of it, I mean not reverse, but if I change it a little more, instead of adding one column, if I add one row to this, that is, I remove this and add one row. I had a 4 by 4 square. I modified it to make it a near square. So now we have 5 rows and 3 columns. Again the area is 15. That is, it is 1 less than the area of a square. Okay. So do you want to pick another square, Shriram? Square number? We'll do that. One more square number. See, I did 16, right? Do you want to pick another number? 36. Okay. We'll do 36. Okay. Now we have 6 by 6, 36. So we'll do the same thing. Do you want to add one row or add a column? What do you want to do? You want to change the square to add a row or a column? R or C? You want to add a row. Okay. So we'll take one column like this and add one new row here. So what's the number of rows and columns now? We had 6 by 6. Now it has become yeah, go ahead. You're right. 7 by 5. Yes. See, we have 7 rows, 5 columns. Again, if we look at our chart, see, we did 36. We'll use a different color. 36. And if you do 7 by 5, it becomes 35. And if you reverse this, say suppose you said you wanted to add a column, add a row. If I add a column, if I take away one row and make it a column, if I take away one row and make it a column, see, what does it look like now? It looks, I added one column, so it is 5 into 7. So 5 into 7 is also 35. So Shriram, in this chart, can you pick one more square number? 25. Okay. 25, if you increase the, this is 5 into 5, right? 5 into 5 is 25. If you increase the number of columns by 1 and reduce the number of rows by 1, that is, if you make it 6, go ahead, 6 into, I'll keep it down, 6 into 4. Then what do you get? The area will be 1 less than 5 into 5. So again we get the same relationship. 5 into 5 is 25, which is a square number. 6 into 4, which is a near square number, is 1 unit less than that. And 4 into 6 also is a near square number, 1 unit less than square number. So now we see that we have the same pattern repeating in this multiplication table. So now we can tell that there is a link between the area of a square or a rectangle that we made and the multiplication. That is, the area is the product of its sides or its length and width.